Well, hello everybody. Happy Tuesday. I have been toying with the idea of making another ranking the green sauces video. So about 2 years ago, I gathered together every single Mexican or Latin American style green sauce that I had, and I ranked them from worst to best in an epic 20-minute video. Um, and since that video was recorded, I have added many green sauces to my collection. So I figured it's time to revisit that. But I don't want to be redundant and just do the entire collection again. Plus, I think at this point I probably have like 25 or 30. I think at the time of the last recorded video it was 13, 14, 15, something like that. I have probably close to 30 now. And I mean, that's just, what, that was going to take me like 40 minutes to do. Would anybody really watch that from beginning to end? So what I decided to do is a little bit different. I decided to look at my entire green sauce collection and specifically kind of Mexican style or Latin American style. There are other green sauces that I have, like I have pickle sauces, I have Italian green sauces, but I figured they kind of fall into different categories. So I wanted to kind of keep it specific to Latin American style green sauces. And even when I excluded those pickle sauces and Italian sauces, I still was left with like about 25 green sauces. So I decided to pick the ones from that group of 25 sauces that either get a 9, 9.5, or a 10 for flavor from me. And then I was able to narrow it down to 6 sauces. So now we've got a ranking video that might not actually run on for, half an hour, 35, 40 minutes. We can probably get this done in 15. And it's going to be, extremely enjoyable for me because I get to resample some of my favorite ever sauces. So these are the sauces in no particular order, all right? I have not ranked them yet. This is going to be kind of a new experience for me because I know that all of these sauces have between a 9 and a 10 for a flavor rating, but I've never tried them all together and ranked them. So this will be a first for me. So I'm going to feature Cholula's green pepper hot sauce, Smokey J's jalapeno hot sauce, Seafire Gourmet's Diosa Verde hot sauce, Funky's Chili Verde or Chili Librae hot sauce, Marie Sharpe's green habanero, Nopal green habanero, so this has cacti in it too, and of course Humble House's Poblano and Serrano. Okay, once again I forgot my special spoon, but these are the sauces that will be ranked in this video. Alright, so one of the things that I thought about doing in preparation for this video was finding some kind of a food that goes really well with green sauces to sample all of them over it. But then when I looked at the 6 that I selected, I realized, some of these sauces go really, really well over an egg and cheese quesadilla, and then some of them go, even better over something else. Alright, so it's not really fair. I'm just going to look at the flavor of the sauce on its own, regardless of how it applies to any food. Because some of these are just the perfect taco sauce. Some of them are the perfect egg sauce, right? So this is just a pure flavor evaluation. And I'm not going to talk about heat because none of these sauces are particularly hot, all right? Yeah, there's going to be like some degree of difference, but nothing significant enough for me to try to rank them all. All right, so I'm going to start with Cholula's green pepper hot sauce. This is a classic. This is a sauce that I have introduced to people who didn't think that they would ever like any hot sauce. And every single person I've introduced this sauce to has said, yeah, that's a masterpiece. It's delicious. They all have a bottle of it in their fridge. And some of them have a bottle of it outside their fridge, like me, because I don't refrigerate my hot sauces. All right, here we go. I believe the peppers in this are poblano and jalapeno. Yep, jalapeno and poblano. Oh my god. There's also, oh, There's also green bell pepper in it. That is such a nice. It's salty and tangy. All right. There's lots of salt, lots of vinegar in there, but there's such a rich, ripe pepper flavor that just shines through. Because a lot of taco sauces, the pepper flavor is buried by the salt and the vinegar. That does not happen here. This is a rather thin sauce, but it somehow manages to be extremely peppery. It is a classic. It is a classic. It's a 10 out of 10. All right, so I'm going to place it right here in the middle. Let's move on to Marie Sharpe's. This is the Nopal green habanero pepper sauce. This was the first time that I was exposed to the absolutely wonderful flavor of green habaneros. You know, for the longest time, you can still see my face at this point in the video. Soon you won't be able to. For the longest time, I just thought I don't really like habaneros that much because it was always orange habanero sauces and orange habaneros themselves that I was finding in supermarkets. Then I found this, and I was like, green habaneros. Didn't even know that existed. Tried it. Absolutely revelatory. They are every bit as good as red habaneros, which is the other variation of habanero that I enjoy. But green habaneros, they're hard to find at supermarkets. You have to get them at exactly the right time of year. All right, exactly the right time of year. Which I don't know. I don't remember exactly what that is. But get yourself some fresh green habaneros. They're delicious raw. Make a green habanero sauce, and look for this at your local Kroger or Fred Meyer because that's where I got my latest bottle of it. All right, and another thing about this sauce that makes it spectacular, the pepper flavor in it spectacular, is that the peppers are grown in Belize. All right, Marie Sharpe's Belizean habanero sauces just take habanero to a new culinary art level. It's got to have something to do with the climate or the soil in Belize, or both the climate and the soil in Belize. I don't know. But the peppers in this are absolutely delicious. And I know that the green habaneros in Belize are more delicious than the ones grown in Mexico because I just had Salsa Sinaloa's green habanero sauce, and there was a bitterness to the flavor in them that is not present at all here. So, something about Belizean green pepper. Wow, this is thinner than I remember. This is almost a watery sauce, but I know it's delicious. Maybe I need to shake it up. Oh my God. Yeah, it's got that slightly like black peppery, almost like quasi-floral black peppery edge that you get from an orange habanero, but it's just better with the green. Yeah, I didn't adequately shake this up. Okay. One more bite. This will have more pepper and more cactus in it. Yeah. I mean, this is just an absolute classic. This might be Marie Sharpe's best sauce. Might be. I don't know. And it's a simple sauce. It's got nopales, green habanero peppers, vinegar, onions, lime juice, salt, and garlic. Again, it's a masterpiece. Is it as perfect as Cholula's green pepper sauce? Not quite. So it's going to go slightly behind it. It is still a 10 out of 10. But, you know, if somebody put a gun to my head and said you can only have one green sauce, I would pick this one. All right. Number 3. Seafire Gourmet's La Diosa Verde. This immediately catapulted itself into the absolute elite of green sauces. All right? I only sampled this like a week ago, but it is right up there in the big leagues. Right up there in the big leagues. This one has serranos and... So there's distilled vinegar, water, shallots, poblano, cilantro, serrano peppers, lime juice. All right? And I immediately recognized it as just a fantastic serrano sauce. I never thought that anything would be better in terms of green serrano sauces than the Humble House Poblano Serrano. But this is definitely a challenger for that. All right, here we go. That was kind of a flavor explosion that I wasn't quite expecting, because these two sauces are kind of similar in flavor. I don't know, they just are. They're similar in flavor, similar in heat, similar texture. This is just something different. This is something different. So my palate's adjusting. I'm gonna take another little bite. Absolutely delicious. I think it's the inclusion of cilantro in here. There's a lot of it in there. A lot of cilantro. And there's shallot in that. So there is no onion, there's no cilantro in either of these. My God, that's good. I'm just like trying to imagine a taco with this all over it right now. And my God, is that just a fantastic. This is a 9.5, whereas these two are 10s. So I have to put it behind Marie Sharpe's. But still, God damn, is that ever a good sauce. All right. Now here's one that's going to sort of like radically reinvent the flavors that I'm experiencing as well. This is Smokey J's jalapeno hot sauce. These are, the jalapenos in this sauce are Honduras white oak smoked jalapenos. They're smoked on a slab of Honduran oak wood. So this is a very smoky sauce. And I remember back when I reviewed it, this was a while ago that I reviewed this sauce, but I remember when I reviewed it, I tried it over eggs. This is by no means an egg sauce. It is good over tacos, but on a certain type of tacos. You want like a nice like beef birria taco or something like that. This is good over something like that. Not really good over chicken tacos. So it's kind of a specific, it has specific uses. But let's see how it compares on its own to these other ones. This will be the first smoky sauce of these 6. All right. I just feel like when I try that, the smokiness in there is so different from something you get from like a chipotle sauce or something like that. I mean, it tastes, you can taste the campfire, if that makes any sense. You can taste the campfire. I've said this about one other product, which is the Lapsang Souchong Chinese tea. It just tastes like a campfire. It transports you to that. All right. And it's amazing for that. I mean, it is such, and when it comes to smoky sauces, this has got to be one of the best. However, smoky sauces are not my favorite thing. All right, tangy green peppery sauces are. This is a smoky sauce and it is the best of its kind. And absolutely, I don't think I've ever had another smoky green pepper sauce. Oh, I have. But anyways, I can't envision anyone creating a smoky green pepper sauce that is better than this one. It is a 9, so it goes behind this. Now again, like I said, all of these are between 9 and 10. All right, coming up next, Funky's Chili Libre. Northwest chili sauce. This has a lot of different peppers in it. It's got pasilla, Anaheim, jalapeno, Serrano, and Habanero. So it is a green pepper lover's dream. And this is a highly, highly praised hot sauce company, Funky's. They're located in Bellingham, Washington, which is about a half an hour north of where I live. They have been featured on Hot Ones. They've won awards. They've made people's best sauces of the year lists. Oh, yeah. And this is a nice chunky sauce. Here we go. Oh, yeah. There's a very prominent onion and garlic element. I'm peeking around the sauces now. There's a very prominent onion and garlic element in that. Mixed with those chunks of peppers. It's so good. It's almost, I would say it's the most salsa-like of all of these 6 sauces. All right, you could dip chips in this. It's thick and chunky enough, and it's got that, the onion and garlic mixed in with the peppers. Chunks of all that. It's great as a chip dip, but also good on all the things that this is good on. It's good on eggs. It's good on tacos. So it's one of the most versatile sauces of the 6. However, it is not better than these three. It is, to me, preferable to Smokey J's. All right. So we're getting there. This one, I saved this one for last for a reason. Because this was the green sauce that made my 20 essential hot sauces video. Right? So it's going to be very difficult to rank it against these other ones. Because there's a reason that I didn't feature this one. I only wanted to do, for my 20 essential hot sauces, I did not want to do any repeats. And there was another Cholula hot sauce that I thought was more important to feature in that series. So really it's probably going to be a competition between these two. We'll see though. We'll see. We'll see what my mood determines today. Or what my taste buds determine. Why is this not, I'm just taking the lid off. There must be something clogged in there. All right. So this combines elements of this sauce and this sauce. And this sauce. All right, it's got Poblanos and Serranos, like this one does. It has Nopales in it, like this one. And I think there's a lot of stuff that's repeated in this one. I don't know. I think it has jalapeno in it, too. Yeah, I believe it does. It's got the cilantro in it, too. Yep, it's got vinegar, bell pepper, onion, poblano, serrano, nopalitos, jalapeno, cilantro, garlic, sea salt, and cane sugar. So yes, it combines a lot of the things that are in these three sauces. Here we go. Let's see if it's the best of the lot. Instant 10. Instant 10. Oh man, but this is so good. This is so good. This is difficult. I gotta do one final comparison. I got to. All right. Okay, I can't do the whole I declare a tie. This is how it's gonna go. There we are. 6 elite green sauces ranked. All right, number 6, Smokey J's smoked jalapeno. Funky's chili verde or chili libre. I keep saying chili verde. Well, they are all green chilies in it, but no, it's chili libre. The green goddess, Diosa Verde. I cannot believe that didn't smash when it fell to the floor. Nopal green habanero. Humble House, Poblano and Serrano, and number 1, Cholula green pepper sauce.